Managing family finance wisely is not denying your family a good life. It is making better choices with the resources you have. This is Impact series on Insights with Stella. It's been Family Finance series. Today we are looking at cutting costs without compromising standards. With the rising cost of living, many families are asking the question, where do we cut costs? But there's a stronger question, which is, how do we cut costs without compromising the health, the well-being, and the quality of life of our family? Because cutting costs does not mean eating poorly, eliminating all forms of enjoyment, or putting your family under unnecessary pressure. The goal is not to spend less, it is to spend better. Today I shall be sharing practical ways that this can be achieved for your family. Don't go, let's begin. This is Impact series on Insights with Stella. You can do well to subscribe for mind shift sessions every week. Now, number one, the first thing you need to do if you want to cut costs for your family is plan your meals and your shopping. Food is one of the largest household expenses, and poor management of food makes it even more expensive. I remember as a young wife, one of the areas I was very intentional about that gave me challenge was in the area of food planning. Yes, you must learn to plan your meals before shopping. One of the mistakes many families make is shopping without preparation. Many shopping lists are done in the market. This is already too late. Plan your meals before you plan your shopping. You must ask, what are we eating this week? What do we already have? And what exactly do we need? Go to the market with a clearly written list, not with assumptions. This will reduce impulse buying, prevent duplication, and reduce food waste. One more thing, cutting food costs does not mean cutting nutrition. No, you need to plan affordable and nutritious meals. It does not have to be expensive to be balanced. Plan the meals, plan the shopping, plan the spending. Remember this, never allow hunger prepare your shopping list. Number two, buy seasonally and use affordable alternatives. Let me ask you this. If your favorite food has become too expensive for your budget, what do you do? Listen, you don't have to insist on a particular food when the price has gone beyond what you can afford. Look for alternatives. Learn to substitute expensive food with nutritious alternatives. This is where it is very important for you to make use of seasonal buying. When items are in season, buy reasonably. Look for ways to process and preserve. This will cut so much cost for your family. I remember when we were growing up, there are certain foods we always look forward to when they are in season. And trust me, they will reduce cost for your family when you learn to flow with the season. Hear this. Flexibility is a very important aspect of household financial management. Don't fight the market. Learn to work intelligently with it. Number three, don't just buy in bulk. Buy in economical quantities. You may be wondering, what do I mean by this? I will explain. Because many people misunderstand bulk buying. You may think that bulk buying is actually cost saving, but listen to me. Bulk buying is about quantity, but economical buying is about value. You don't just buy in bulk because it is cheap. No. When it comes to cost saving, it is not just buying in large quantity. The best quantity to buy is quantity that gives your family best value without creating waste, tying down money unnecessarily, or compromising quality. You need to consider the size of your family, your consumption, and how you can preserve. You don't just buy things because you think it is cheap, and before consuming, a greater portion or a very good portion of it has already gone bad. Have you actually saved? No. Before buying in large quantities, you need to ask, how much does my family actually consume? How long will this quantity last? Can I store properly without the quality being affected? Will buying in large quantity put unnecessary pressure on available cash? For instance, you go to the market with a list, you're supposed to get probably maybe rice, beans, groceries, and you just stumble on this particular yam that is so cheap, and because it's cheap, you spend more than you planned on yams. So what happens to other items? You may not have done so well financially because you just succeeded in putting pressure on your available cash. The objective is not to fill your store. The objective is to get maximum value for every naira spent while maintaining the standard your family requires. So don't just say, I bought plenty because it was cheaper. Ask instead, did I buy the right quantity? Did I buy the right quality at the right price for our actual consumption, for our actual need? That is economical buying, and that is what saves costs. Buying enough to save, not so much to waste. Don't forget, bulk buying is about quantity, but economical buying is about value. Number 4, reduce waste and manage household resources. In many organizations, we put in place internal controls. Why? To safeguard resources, prevent waste, and ensure that assets are used optimally for the purpose it is intended. The same principles can work in the home. Every financially healthy home should have a form of internal control system. Not complicated rules, but simple measures to ensure that things are properly checked within the home. For example, if food is repeatedly being thrown away, you may need to review the portions and replan your meals. If groceries or other items expires unnoticed, you should have a simple system for checking what is available before going for more, to reduce the rate of expiry products in your shelf. If electricity consumption, for instance, is unnecessarily high, you must create a family culture of ensuring that appliances are turned off when not in use. If household items are constantly getting damaged and being repaired, introduce a culture of proper use, maintenance, and accountability. Simple things like knowing what is in your store, monitoring consumption, keeping frequently used items properly, and avoiding unnecessary duplications are forms of internal controls. In an organization, you won't keep spending money to replace resources or materials that are poorly being managed without first asking what is going wrong. If that can happen in an organization, then why should the home be different? It is also about cutting costs and proper financial management. Sometimes the problem is not that the family needs more money. The problem is that there are no systems monitoring how effective existing resources are being used. So make responsible use of resources a family culture. Let everyone understand that food, electricity, and other household resources come with a cost. It's not about running your home rigidly like a company. No, that is not exactly what I mean. It is about applying the same principle. Protect what you have, monitor how it is used, and avoid wastes. Before looking for more money, straighten the controls around the one that is coming into the family. Because sometimes the first place to find savings is not in your income, it is in your internal controls. Number 5, plan ahead and review recurring expenses. Listen to this. Urgency is very expensive. How, you may ask? When you run out of cooking gas unexpectedly, there is no food in the house, school resumes tomorrow, everything becomes urgent. And do you know what? Urgency reduces your negotiation capacity. Urgency makes you lose your bargaining power. But planning ahead gives you options, and options is one of the ways that you can reduce costs. Options saves money. You must learn to anticipate predictable expenses. You know school is going to resume. Don't wait. Plan. You have 6, 7, in some cases even 9 months notice on the arrival of your baby. Plan. You don't have to wait until you fall into labor and you start running helter-skelter. Everything becomes an emergency, everything becomes urgent and even deadlier, you wouldn't have so much choice at that time. The earlier you plan, the better you can negotiate. Also review expenses that automatically leaves your accounts every month. Subscriptions, data plans, entertainment packages, memberships and other recurring expenses. Ask, do we still need this? Are we really using them? Are there more affordable alternatives? You must answer these questions objectively and do the needful. Number 6, don't let societal pressure control your spending. Somebody just bought a house, somebody just bought a car, someone just changed their children's school, someone renovated their house, someone hosted an elaborate celebration, and suddenly you feel pressure to do the same. Listen to me carefully. Don't allow another family's lifestyle determine your own family's spending. Their income is not your income. Their responsibilities are not your responsibilities. Their priorities should not suddenly become your family's priorities. Your spending should reflect your income, your family values, and your goals. I remember many years ago, somebody came to me with an ashwebi of about 15,000 naira and was convincing me to get it. And I told her plainly that I don't need it. And she said, what is your problem? Try to act like a citizen for once. Get it. I told her, I don't know what you mean by acting like a citizen, but I don't need it. You don't need to look financially successful because you want to fit in. You only need to be financially healthy. That is what your family needs. Number 7, protect what makes family life rich. This is very important. When cutting costs, don't cut everything that brings your family together. A healthy family does not necessarily have to be expensive. If going to the cinema is no longer affordable, you can watch movies together at home. You can cook together, take a walk, visit family and friends together. Spend quality time. Involve your family in the cost-cutting conversation. Recently, I had this experience with my daughter. She wore a very nice perfume and I asked her for some to use as well. She went in, brought it and gave it to me. But as she was handing it over to me, she said something. She said, Mommy, please, gently, everybody is on a budget and this has to last till the next supply would come. I had to use very little and handed it back to her happily. What was I happy about? Something has registered in her mind. Something has registered in her head. Everybody is on a budget. She knows that there is an allocation that must be judiciously used till the next supply comes. You must let your children know that financial discipline is not restriction or deprivation. It is knowing what is important and how to manage resources more efficiently. It's about stewardship. So you must learn to reduce costs where necessary, but don't reduce the connection. As I begin to wrap up, you must understand this. A financially healthy family is not necessarily the family that spends less. It is a family that knows what matters most and directs their resources accordingly. Cut waste. Cut unnecessary expenses. Cut impulse and emotional spending. Cut the pressure to impress people, but don't cut nutrition, don't cut well-being, don't cut meaningful family experiences, don't cut the things that strengthen your home. In Proverbs chapter 21 verse 5, scripture says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Planning matters. Discipline matters. Intentionality matters. And wise families learn to make their resources work for them. This is Impact series on Insights with Stella. Know that it's been an incredible series on family finance, episodes 1 to 4. This is very important for your family. Don't keep this to yourself alone. Please share with as many families as you can, and also join our growing community by subscribing. Insights with Stella is a platform for mind shift sessions every week. Thank you for staying with me on this series. Thank you for the likes, for the shares, comments, and engagements. Stay with me for another expository series, Parenting Production Process, coming your way. Until then, remain intentional.